Brr. Okay, so this is 2 of my 4. I actually started practicing editing yesterday, and this will not be edited. Man, that's either I'm just really slow, or people are really great at catching on to that stuff. It just doesn't seem to flow. You know, I love following my basic journey. She's home base is Eugene, Oregon, and she's a young gal, and her and her dog. And anyway, you should really check her out. She's really awesome. But her doggy's name is Joey. But she does some really amazing editing. Her videos just have such a good flow and a whole bunch of different stuff in it. I love it. So I don't know, maybe I should hit her up for some advice. But anyway, I wanted to talk today. There's like 8, 9, just different things about going into van life. For me, what works for you will probably be different. If you could take something from it, great. For me, it was going into it with no expectations. Though I watched the videos and everything looked wonderful, it's not all rainbows and unicorns. It's not all that. You don't sit on a beach with your umbrella drink. Um, for myself, was never it. And though I loved looking at all the videos with these beautiful build outs and stuff, to me that just wasn't realistic. And I think 95% of the time these people have a home base, and they have a really good prosperous business, which is great. But it doesn't really portray what nomadic life truly is. So to me, if you go in with no expectations and you end up like sitting on a beach drinking umbrella drinks, then hey, look at that, you did it. Or you could be like myself. Right now it's 34 degrees out and I'm freezing. My coffee is really cold now. So no expectations. It's better that way. And life is good like that too. If you don't like really have any expectations, because when you have expectations, then um, letdowns occur, and who likes those? But if something grand happens, it wasn't expected. So, woo, yeah. So, just go into it with an open mind is the bottom line with that. Number 2, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I have said it before and I will say it again. Make sure you get a rig that is mechanically sound. If you have the time to research, to test drive, to have it looked over, that is really great. If you already have a rig, find someone to help you get it in really tip-top shape, running order for you. Take care of anything and any little squeaks, and if you need new tires, what have you. And if you can't afford to do that, just one thing at a time. For myself, I always started with the most important, safety issues for myself. And also that might mean that you have to stay put. You're not going to travel around a lot. I'm not a huge nomadic traveler as of yet. So it makes it easier to just stay put and get things done that need to be done, because you want to make it livable and travelable. Travelable. Is that even a word? Anyway, it is now. So you just want it to be good and sound for you, because, like, even if you lived in a sticks and bricks, if you had a rig, if you don't maintain it, what happens? Right. You're going to have to put money into that baby to get it running again. So, yeah, you want to just make sure that's all taken care of. Thirdly, you want to try to have an emergency fund. Now, I know the economy just really sucks right now, and a lot of people are being forced into living in their vehicles. I get that. I truly get that. And I had mentioned it before. I had thousands in savings, and just like that, it went. It goes quickly, quicker than you know. That loan a person a little bit here, do a little bit there, help pay for stuff for other people or even yourself. And before you know it, that's gone. And I learned quickly that someone else's mistake or whatever is not my emergency. So if you could tuck away $25 a month, for myself, it makes me feel like I'm doing something good. Um, I'm working towards a better outcome, a better goal. Oh man, my throat doesn't hurt or nothing, but it's just so darn cold. Okay, number 4. If the time permits, when you have your rig, throw in, just a little mattress or something and some blankets and do test runs. Sleep out in your driveway. Go to a parking lot and sleep overnight. Find a nice, somewhat quiet neighborhood and park and sleep. And it gives you the feeling of, okay, am I stealth? And it gets those fears. Because I remember my first couple nights inside my van, I was scared to death because I did not know what to expect. It was like every little noise. Now, people could drive by honking and hollering, and yes, I'm aware that's happening, but I'm not freaked out looking at everything. I just go right back to sleep. So it just alleviates those fears. If you could start working now on getting rid of things that might cause you fear, you know, boy, that's a blessing, right? And I want to say that this video is sponsored by God Almighty. He is the most wonderful ever God in the world, the only God, the true living God. And I just wanted to give a big shout out because he is sponsoring this video. And feel free to contact him. Everything is free. There's no charge, no shipping. It's all free. Comes freely, given freely. All you have to do is receive it freely. Now back to our video. Okay, so we went over the test runs. Another thing is have a routine. For myself, it's important to have a routine. I love to pray. I'll pray whenever. It doesn't matter. But have a routine when it comes to cleaning. It's a small space. So, and people live in even smaller spaces than I have. And so, but their rigs are really nicely kept. Everything has a place. And that's what I love about how the monks live. Um, when they're doing one thing, they don't stop and jump to something else without making sure everything is complete, that it's done, it's clean, put away. And then they move on to the next task. And I have been really practicing that, being mindful, living mindfully. And every week I'm like getting rid of stuff. And because now I'm being honest, okay, it's going on 6 years. Okay, here's some clothes I haven't even touched, right? So it's time to donate. But being more mindful and learning that I require much less than I'm already living with. It's really amazing. But yeah, definitely have routines, I like to certain times of the day talk to my daughter. I like to write. I like to read. I like just silence. And I do like to clean up because I get so overwhelmed if it starts building up in here. Because like I said, it's just a small space, right? I don't even know how many square feet. I bet you it's no more than 55. I mean, it's small. It's a minivan. Okay. Number 6 is remember, not every day is full of fun and adventure. Be prepared for good days, bad days, and oh, heck with this day, I'm going back to bed. That's okay. It's just real life, right? Not everything is just wonderful and great. But the way we approach things, that's what's going to make it bad get better or bad get worse. It just depends on how we approach it. So cast your cares, give it to God, and just embrace it. Embrace where we are. Remember, this is a journey. Life is a journey, and it's so worth traveling. It really is. Number 7, I put pray some more. You can never pray enough. And always be aware of your surroundings. When I'm walking up to my rig, I always know my surroundings. When I'm getting ready to get out of my rig, I know my surroundings. And the minute I get in my rig, I lock the door first thing. First thing. I never ever, when I'm parked for the night, I don't look out my blinds. I don't answer, not that anyone knocks, my door. And I already know in my head that if someone knocks and says they're the police department, I'm going to tell them, well, okay, just a moment. I'm calling non-emergency to verify you are who you are. And it's safety. We have to be safe, especially nowadays. 20 years ago, we didn't have to be so cautious. 20 years ago, I remember just sleeping with, the house unlocked and the car was always left unlocked. And we can't do that anymore. We really need to, not to put fear in anyone, but, there's some not very nice people in this world. So we need to just be really diligent about that. And then you need to assess what's working for you, and 6 months, a year's gone by. Is this working? Is this not working? What can I improve? What do I don't need? And have backup plans, If things are going bad, have a backup plan. People that you could turn to. If you don't have anyone to turn to, I don't know where your local shelters are. What if your rig breaks down? You need somewhere to be and you can't afford a motel. What are you going to do? So those are just things to have in the back of your mind so that nothing comes as a surprise, right? So have those backup plans. And the last one is be honest with yourself. This isn't working for me. I want to be back in sticks and bricks, or I want to do this or that, or I'd rather be, hiking the Appalachian Trail or whatever. Just be honest with yourself and then make plans to move on to that. So those are just my little tips. There are things that work for myself. Hopefully they'll help you. I just love my life. Even on the worst of days, and I've had some bad days, living this way for me has been my saving grace. God knew exactly where to put me and how to get me there, because I wasn't really quick at obeying everything. But, I am now. And we serve a good God, a loving God. And this gives me the opportunity to share his word with so many people. I mean, what's not exciting about that? Yes. If you could like, share, and subscribe. If you know anybody that might be interested in this, I would definitely ask you to share it with them, and I'd greatly appreciate that. Pray for me. I'm always, always looking for prayers. I love being prayed for because it makes my world so much better. And I pray for you. And please remember, you are perfect right where you stand. God loves you. Don't have to change anything about you. All you have to do is receive him and believe in him. And it just gets better and better and better. Okay, so this is hopefully my last non-edited video. We'll see. Gosh darn it. I'm going to tackle that sucker. I'm going to get it. Anyway, I really appreciate y'all. And I guess that's it for now. I'm going to heat up my coffee. It's very cold. Anyway, peace out. God's blessings to everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye.